Sound check, sound check. Okay, this one is on the green. The live stream seems to be on the green. I hope you guys can hear me just fine. The sound levels look good, but I'm not so sure. But anyways, we are live. I'll wait a little bit until someone confirms me. But other than that, let me just tell you already, guys, welcome everybody to the live stream. I hope you're having a nice weekend. I hope it's not hot as hell as where I live right now. We have 41 degrees Celsius on the outside today, so it is pretty hot, I should say. And there are some thunderstorms around the region, which don't really help much because they're not coming here, and they really don't help too much with the heat. So, but yeah, other than that, welcome everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day. We are today doing something a little bit different. Now, I think it was Southampton 220. That's why I pinned his message on the top chat. And not only he, but somebody else. Basically, a lot of people were requesting to fly on the Tupolev 154, and I was totally not wanting to do that because it's another old plane and quite complicated to learn. But you guys asked for it so much that I decided, well, screw it, I'm gonna try and learn it. And after the 134, the Tupolev 134 that we flew on 2 streams already, one, it was like the first time we flew in Russia. It was a beautiful place near a volcano. We flew to a dirt strip. That was a pretty interesting flight. And then an English mod was released. Credits to, I think it was Beluel, if I'm not mistaken with the name, but credits to the guy who did it. Wonderful mod, really helps out to fly that airplane. And everyone was just like saying, hey dude, now you need to fly the 154 because a new mod was released for X-Plane 12. So I was like, nope, I don't want to do it. But then I thought of it like, okay, I'm gonna try. And actually the plane is not too bad. Sometimes you want to just throw a rock at it. But overall it's a lot better than the 134. So yeah, here we are. And I always had this question, like, what if Avianca Colombia had a Tupolev 154 instead of the 727? Of course, I just made that up, but I thought that would be pretty interesting, a pretty interesting idea. And so I asked a subscriber to make a livery, and he agreed. So here we go. Thank you very much for this livery. It looks amazing on the Tupolev 154. I didn't think it was going to look this good, but it actually looks really nice on the plane. And we will be flying in Colombia because, yes, of course, flying the 154 is not hard enough already, so we're gonna do make it even harder, and we're gonna fly into Colombia, which, as you maybe know, there are a lot of interesting airports across very mountainous areas, and it's pretty challenging. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna have 2 flights. I have a little change of plans though. In the description of the stream I tell you guys that we're gonna fly first to what's the name? To Pasto, and then we're gonna fly to Medellin. So I'm gonna change that because it's gonna be just simply quicker to fly to Medellin, or Medellin, how they pronounce it in Colombia. It's like with the J, Medellin. A little bit weird, but that's how they do it, so I'm just trying to pronounce it correctly. And from Medellin, we're gonna fly to Pasto, and we're gonna end the stream right there. The weather is getting better because it was not very good. The ceiling was a little bit low, and even though it was scattered, still, basically both of these approaches kind of depend on visual conditions. So yeah, but the ceiling is getting better, it's getting higher, and we do have a window of about 2 to 3 hours where we can get pretty good visibility, pretty good cloud situation. And then it's gonna get pretty bad. So yeah, Spillegestel, good luck, you'll need it, thank you so much. I will absolutely need all the luck that you can imagine. LPCB Plane Spotting, hello, welcome to live stream. It's everything good here, I hope it's everything good with you as well. Synchrashlight 97, hey man, welcome. The Soviet era is back. Oh yeah, I mean, at least in the sim, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, this route was operated on the 727, and if you guys tell me that it is actually not possible to land on 154 in Medellin because it's a pretty small airport in the middle of the city, in the middle of the mountains, you go look in the internet. It actually happened. A 747-200 from Avianca landed there. It was probably totally empty or whatnot, but still, it landed there, so I'm sure the 154, which is very similar to the 727, can land there. LPCB plane spotting. 42. Well, we are in the same place, so it's gonna be outside for me. 42 then as well. I'm just basing myself off the forecast or off the meteor report. Synchro zone. I hate summer. I don't hate summer, but I hate the hot temperature. But anyways, my favorite time of the year is winter. Floppo, great to see you here, man. How are you? Hope you're going well. LPC Plates 1 hour, or the things going in there during college? Just going everything fantastic, and I'll pass your message. Thank you so much. Alright guys, I've been talking for very long. Now let me just give you a little disclaimer. I tried to learn as much as possible on this airplane without learning too much, because it's already too much airplanes in my head, and I have other real life stuff to learn as well. So I will try to give you, as I go through the plane, tips and indications on how to operate this airplane in case you want to do it someday. But it is not a detailed operation like, for instance, Snacks could do, or anybody else. So yeah, if you want to learn by this video, you can probably learn some stuff, but it will not be extremely detailed. Like a pro level. So anyways, let's go into the airplane, do a basic power up, and then we do have to prepare a couple of things for the first flight, which is going to be pretty short. So we need to get started. Snacks, I just opened the stream and I hear my name. It's a sign. Yep, I was just telling about you because I was saying that I would give like basic guides on how to operate this airplane, but it's not like a very detailed one because I didn't spend the time, that much time with this airplane, and I would never have the ability to give like an extremely detailed guidance on this airplane, like for example you could. Upset place, funny, have a rest of a nice day with this amazing weather. Thank you, man. A big hug to you too. Okay, let's get inside again. First things first that we're going to do, we're going to power up this amazing Acer tablet, which you can power up by clicking on this button, and you can attach the power cord by clicking on this area right here. You can see the power cord right there. This is very important because it will allow you to refuel the airplane, control all the doors, ground surfaces and all that stuff, as well as give you takeoff speeds, landing speeds, a little bit of performance, and some settings regarding the airplane. Now, whatever you saw on the outside here was an external plugin. I just popped those in order to be a little bit more beautiful than just an empty plane. We are on VATSIM, and we are of course in Bogota, as already told you. This takes a little bit of time to power up, so let me just make sure that this is all on. The brakes is set, and the fuel is shut off. And the rest looks to be everything good. So let's start by powering up the aircraft. So I'll go battery 1, 2, 3, 4. Switch this to here. And before I continue, I want to go here into ground services, and I would probably call for the GPU, which is right here. Alright, GPU is on. Let me just see if I can open the door. Yeah, I can. And probably this one. Refueler. A refueler doesn't want to work. Alright, chocks on, just in case. And that's going to be it. So let's see on the outside. Chocks are on. The GPU is connected. And that's it. Alright, good. Now, because we do have GPU now, let's come here and set GPU on. We will have some power, and now I'm going to go nav lights on so everybody knows that we are inside of the airplane. And then I'm going to go no smoking, exit lights on. And I'm going to switch some of the systems on the overhead here. Now, from what I've noticed is even if you are on the APU, you can power up everything on the overhead panel right here, apart from like the heating elements, but it doesn't give you like a ton of loading. So that seems to be pretty good. All right, we can power this up right now because we are in ground power. These lights are going to come on, and now I just need to make 100% sure that I am not forgetting anything. So this is going to be on, this is going to be on. I'm not going to move on that. Now here, I'm not going to select any of the fuel tanks so far because we're not going to power up anything. But before I forget, I'm going to switch these to open. This is going to go on, fuel management on, auto and flow meter on. Now, a quick hydraulic test. The hydraulics though, they do take a little bit of energy, so we're going to power up hydraulic 1 and 2. Not sure if they will power up from the APU. Yes, they will. So we're going to recharge the hydraulic systems. I'm going to enable the crossfeed as well to charge system number 1. You can see there's a little bit of a drop, but they will both charge. And once they finish charging, I'm going to disable the crossfeed and I'm going to charge the accumulator, which is right here, and it is also displayed right here. Alright, that's charged. Charge the accumulator. LPSP Plant Spawning, see you there, saudades de Pushback. Temos de nos encontrar dia. Dia quando eu for aí a Castelo Branco ao aeródromo. Eu mando mensagem. Alright, that's charged. Luubeo, let's show the cheeky breaky. Yeah, there's... I wanted to say that that's the... that's... What's the name? Luubeo, by the way, that's the guy who painted the livery. Thank you so much once again. I wanted to say that's an Easter egg and leave for the people to discover it, but now that you told it. Alright. Okay, the accumulator is charged. So, cross feed off, hydraulics off. They will remain powered, so that's good. Leave this off. I'm not going to touch anything right here so far because we're going to need to move that a little bit later. This is for the start, and we now need to come here. I never know if I need to switch these ones on or not, but I will. Anti-icers are not required. Ice detector is going to go on. We can test it. We can also test this. Good. Fire protection systems. Test the lamp. That didn't work. Okay, power on then. Ah, there we go. Need to power it up. Lamps are all looking good. Don't need to move that. Don't need to move that. Don't need to move that. Overhead, everything seems to be perfectly fine. I will power this up here. It doesn't seem powered now, but... Ah, now it is. Okay, and I don't need to move anything else. Tazzy, hey! By the way, sorry, I missed your message. That is all set. Leave the batteries there. Batteries looks all good. Fantastic. Automatic. That is set. Thank you, Luubeo. And I think that's about it. I'm not going to put the fuel forward for now. Let me just see the load here. Yeah, the load is pretty low, so let me start to power up all of these things here. That's tested. On. Like, why isn't this all automatic? I wonder. No warning there. I don't need that, don't need that. I will need this, 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 and this. Not gonna touch that. Leave this, this, and leave that. And now... do that. That is fine. And let me see, can I do this already or not? Probably not. Oh yeah, because I didn't switch them on. Just... maybe I need to switch the other stuff. Okay, I'll leave this one for the engine start, because that's what I usually do. Lights are retracted, so I'll push them to extend it so I don't forget. That is all on. One thing that I usually forget is here the steering wheel, because sometimes it is off. Make sure that is on. And so far, what are we missing? We're gonna depart via the GPS, so this is gonna go to GPS, that's on GPS, power up to TCAS, standby 2000, I'll put it to on, do a test on this thing, and logo lights are not required right now, booster is not required. This is gonna go to NVU, that is auto, and that's gonna be it. Alright, the autopilot is off for now, it's gonna do its self-test. Very good. Oh no, I need to silence WhatsApp. Okay, now I think I've heard up most of the stuff, so we can start to go into some planning stuff. Now, I purchased the charts for Navigraph, but I didn't have the time to play with them too much. So this is the last flight I'll do with the AIP ugly charts, but we're gonna have to still bear with these. What are the main challenges of this flight? It is, of course, the fact that this airplane is a little bit more complicated, especially its autopilot. It's not very, what's the word I should say? It's not very intuitive. And also, most of the units are in kilometers, so they're not in miles, not in nautical miles, so we will have to convert those in case of the time where we're using charts and so on, because the distances are all in miles and feet. Luckily, we do have an altimeter that displays feet. Basically, you could just press, I think it's here, yeah, exactly, meters to feet, and it's done on this side as well. Done. Wonderful. So we've got that covered. What did I do? Oh, okay. Oh god. I muted myself. Sorry. How long is this? How long was this? Oh god, thank you. Where did it cut off? A minute. Okay. Sorry, I don't know what I did. Anyways, I was just amazed the fact that I managed to switch this over to English. Like last 2 minutes. Okay, so basically I was just saying about fuel and loads. So we've got the load in. I decided to take a little bit of extra fuel. Probably you know what, I wanted to take out a bit of weight from the passengers here because I think I'm gonna be a little bit too much, too heavy. So fuel on board 11.8. 0 fuel weight 67.4. Yeah, this sounds a little bit better. Like that seems good. Fast load, fuel, fast load set. Wonderful. I think it's everything set. 9.5. Man, 9.5 tons for a 30 minutes flight. That's that's for sure not very efficient. Alright, the fuel is on, so that's good. Estimated flight time 1 hour 9 minutes. I don't know how to use this calculation, so I'm not going to do that. I will just focus on this one. So takeoff, we'll go flaps 15 for this one. V1 235, 246, 262 on the V2, takeoff run 1,200 meters. Now, I didn't notice any change on the takeoff distances regarding the airport or with whatever airport you're taking on, so I don't think it really changes with the temperatures and density, altitude and whatnot, so be careful, because especially on the landing, and look at this and say, oh, it says 1,150 meters, yeah, I'm gonna totally fit on that runway, and then suddenly you are in Colombia, the runway is, I don't know, 1.5 kilometers, but you're really high, so your ground speed is really high, and then you overrun the runway. So pay extreme attention to that, because I feel like this is like sea level conditions, which I'm sure the airplane will do. So that's done. We're gonna do the first departure out of here via GPS, so it's gonna be an RNAV departure. So let's go flight plan. This looks like a GNS 430, to be honest. It's exactly the same, maybe a little bit different, but overall the principle of using is exactly the same. So select departure, enter. I need to remember the name, top key for Romeo. For Romeo, here it is. Enter, it's gonna be runway 14 right. And enter. Via Vassal, enter. Now, can I zoom out a little bit to make sure that is it? It is, so enter again. That's loaded, fantastic. And from Vassal, we are gonna be proceeding to a VOR station, and that VOR station is going to be the start of our approach and our arrival into Medellin. Now there are two airports in Medellin. This one is the oldest one. There's a newer one which has a bigger runway. It's not so interesting, etc, etc. So I'm just going to skip that one. I'm going to straight for the fun one. Alright, so we're going to proceed to Romeo November Golf, Rio Negro, and I need to open a couple of charts here as well. So let me actually go to Sky Vector, move the Sky Vector page here. I mean, I don't really need the Sky Vector, to be honest. Man, this group thing is stupid. And now deleted the other page. What? That's stupid. Yeah, Mike Delta, correct. Search for it. Plates, please. I want to open this one, please. Let me do performance mode on this one. And now, we need the star. It's literally the only star from this one, and then we're going to have a visual segment, because this airplane will not allow to do any RNP stuff. It is still as a group. I don't understand. How can I ungroup this? Ungroup, thank you. Okay, from there on, it's going to be taxi, very simple. So open this as well. And why am I doing this? Because we're going to be so overwhelmed with all the flying that I want to be as prepared as possible for the entire flight. Now, so let me just check one thing. What is the cruise level expected? 240. I don't know if I want to go that high. I'll probably just go 200. This way it will give me a little bit of time to think. and to understand what are we doing actually. Okay, sounds good. All right, initial approach chart. Initial approach chart basically only has the RNP, which is not applicable to us, so I'll go straight for the VFR. What I want to do is I want to go runway 20, because runway 20 is the most beautiful and is the easiest one to land. Runway 02 has like some terrain very close to the runway, and draw some churches for whatever reason there, which aren't really supposed to be there, but they are there. So I don't want to look at those. All right, so we're gonna go here, arrival, visual approach chart. It doesn't really help me much, but and this one is for Rio Negro. So we basically have to follow the valley. That's the most important part. I'll open this one, but I don't think we'll actually use it. Okay. Final approach, runway 20. This one is very interesting because they actually put a picture regarding how the approach is going to be looking. So this is really cool. And it looks basically exactly like this. Kind of like very, very, very similar. And there's even the stadium there, which is pretty cool. Okay, now let's focus. So the first departure is going to be pretty simple. We're going to depart straight ahead, do a right-hand turn, pass over 11,000 feet on Bravo Oscar 908, then to SOA between 12,000 and 17,000, then to Bravo Oscar 426, then right on Bravo Oscar 428 above 190, then Bravo Oscar 450, top key above flight level 190, and Vasil finally there. Basically, we need to cross it at 190 if our flight level is 240 or below, which for our case it is below that. So flight level 190 is our restriction target. Okay, sounds good. MSA in this airport around us is pretty interesting. 15,000 to the northeast, 13,100 to the west northwest. South is 15,900, and then over to, it says there 40 miles, 17,000. So it's some pretty high terrain. We need to constantly think of it. From there, we're jumping straight to this one, Rio Negro VOR 115.1. I'm going to pre-select it in a moment, and we're going to be flying outbound course 006, crossing Mike Delta 401 above 10,500 feet, and then to Vasak above 9,500 feet. Now, I'll probably want to comply with these altitude restrictions till the very minimum, because this way it will be a little bit easier to me to manage the speed. So this is the first things I'm going to start to convert. So we've got 9 miles. 9 miles is 16.6 kilometers. So 16.6 kilometers above 10,500 feet. I'm just writing this on my, literally on my notebook. Then Vasak. And from there, if we go missed, we have to do this thing here to Marinilla VOR. Vasak is 17 miles, so 17 is going to be 31.4 kilometers above 9,500 feet. And it says here maximum 150 knots. So 150 knots is 277 kilometers per hour. Alright, from there we go completely visual, okay? And if we go mist, we need to climb above 12 here, and minimum is 11,000 there. Okay, sounds good. If I'm not mistaken, the transition is going to be at 11. I think so, or maybe a bit higher. It doesn't state here. This is very annoying with the free charts. But let me see if it says here. Transition altitude 18,000 for Medellin. So 18,000, I'll put transition level 190 for us. And in case of Bogota, it should be 18,000 as well. So transition altitude is going to be 18,000. Very good. That is all set. That is all good. Emil, are you landing 19 or 01 in Medellin? 20. According to my charts, it should be 20. But yeah, 19er. Okay, that is set. Now, let me just add the waypoint here for Romeo November Golf, Rio Negro, which means Black River. Exactly, enter that, accept, and we don't really need this anymore. So now we're gonna go on the overhead. And this is the important part, guys. If you're gonna fly this airplane with the VOR, don't get confused like I did. You see here on the HSI, don't call this an HSI because this thing is a lighter. You have the heading, which is a little bit weird, but this is the selected heading. The other ones are just simple arrows. Okay, you have this arrow, which you might have understood as your normal course selector. Well, it's not, okay? So, if you want to find a VOR, you have to go here, select the VOR1, frequency, course, then you have to set the DME one, then, after you set the course here, you want to set the course here again. Why do I have to do this 3 times? I don't know. I mean, I can understand the DME and the VOR being separate, but to set the course here and then to set the course there again, I'm not gonna comment that. That's just annoying. Okay, so that's fine. All right. What was the frequency again for Rio Negro? 115.1. Let's go ahead and set 115.1 here. 115.1 is set here, and 115.1 is set there. The outbound course is going to be 006 and 006. Like that. That's all set. And by the way, because we refueled the airplane, I can actually go ahead and switch the seatbelt sign on, and we could get the fuel pumps on as well. So let me just check which tanks are we using. Payload fuel, we're using tank number 1, 2, and 3. Tank number 4 is empty. So let's come here. 2 is on, tank 3 is on, 4 is empty, and number 1 is going to come on. This is going to go, no, not this one, not this one. Alright, that's done. Good. So that's set. That is set. How's the load on the GPU? Looking good. That is all set. We need to know the QNH here in Bogota. Let me just get the latest METAR, and we can jump straight in for the briefing. Alright, Bogota QNH is... Where's the QNH? Oh, METAR is not available. What? Oh, here we go. 1029. Not this one, sorry, that's the Minimus. 1029. One more. Set. 1029 set. And 10... Oh, wait, never mind. It's linked. 1029 is set. Good. The wind is 108, variable, scattered 5. Sounds good. Sounds good, looks good. Now, I have to do the checklist, guys. And there is a very good checklist for the Tupolev 154. I don't know who did it, but it is available for download from the forums, if I'm not mistaken. And it's really nice because it basically tells you all the items that you need to do. So, pre-flight checks. Battery 1, 2, 3, and 4 are on. Fire agent armed. APU start switch. Oh, we can start the APU in the meanwhile, of course. So let's go and start the APU. APU requires 1, 2, and 3 switches.
Round, starting APU. APU doors are open. Starting area is clear.
Oh, nice. It's speaking in English now. So we're ready to start, and I'm just gonna click the start, hold it for a little bit. We'll have a peak of battery there. And it's gonna start the APU. Speaking of stuff, ground surfaces. Let's close the cargo door. Close the passenger door. I'll leave the rest of the stuff for now. Okay. APU start switch mode. Start button press. APU power selector is gonna be on. Okay, they want the power selector to be on the APU, so we're gonna finish all the sequence of the stuff for the APU, and then we're gonna get going. The first start is always a little bit longer with this airplane, but once you get into the turnaround, it's actually a little bit easier. Okay, we've got the APU on, so I can hold here the blade for a couple of seconds. Alright, that is on. And I can switch this to the APU. APU is looking wonderful. And now we're going to have to do one thing, which is required to not overpower or overheat the pressure valves. So if we hold this for a little bit, what will happen, it will start to overheat. So we need to do, this is how Emil taught me, because he saw a video of a real-world Tupolev pilot. Basically, you do the following. You do this, and then you click this one to hot, and you hold it for about a minute. The other one, it will pop, and now you just hold it, like that. And you need to hold this one for a minute, then the left one for a minute, and then the 4 ones in the lower part for a minute, and this way it will not overheat. I don't know why is this, how it is, or whatnot, but it looks like it is like that. So it's a little bit annoying, but we have to do this in order to get a functioning air conditioning system. Alright, there's a minute on that one. Let's do a minute on this one. What's next? It's the Soviet HSI S for superior. Yeah, no. No. What did he say? That it's easier? That's right. No, that's not easier at all. Oh, what was that? Quebec 400. Hey, wait, is that ShayTP? ShayTP, is that you? Oh, look, the overheats already disappeared, and we just moved 2 of those. I missed the notification. ShayTP, man. Oh, Quebec 400. Now I don't know how to call you. Welcome, dude. How are you? It's great to see you back here. Alright, and there's a minute now, and finally this one. Just hold it, and it's gonna push the other 4. So I'm just holding with my mouse. There we go, and we hold it for about a minute. You can see that the temperature of the air, like right in the middle, is dropping. I don't know why is this like that, but whatever. If you do this, you will not have the problem with the overheat. So that's really good. Man, I need to see what was the notification there. Mike Delta, Emil. Mike Delta. Romeo Golf is gonna be too easy. Alright, there's almost a minute on that one. And there we go, that's a minute. So we now do not have the problem with the overheat. We can now put everything on auto, and it will work accordingly, which is really, really good. Okay, so this system's ready. Now I need to go down here and make sure that this is set on the 6.5, and this one is set, oh, no, not this one, sorry, and this is set on 0.6, which it is, and we can continue the checklist. So power selector is on, rectifier number 1, number 2 is on. PTS 250 inverter, I did not switch that on, but we really don't need that, so it's fine. Nav lights are on, light hydraulic pump, we did check that, check, brake set, bleed, set, pressure valve, all check, temperature, air conditioning on, good. Restart checklist, let's go. VSI left, AOA on, UVID on, turn indicator on. I can actually power all of this stuff on as well, because I don't think there will be like a significant increase of power. Yep, that's fine. ATT power on. Basically all the instrument, autopilot, flight directors, all this on. If outside air temperature is below 15, gyro heat, I'll leave that on as well. Mag correction and one, it's on, TCAS set. We will have to disable the toss on some of these approaches because otherwise we'll not shut down. This is all on. Good. Continue with the checklist. Seatbelt sign, no smoking, exit, APS-U, set. Now we need to do a couple of things here. This should be on. This will be on. Actually, the landing is not required now. And we might do the align here. Now that it's aligned, I want to see if it's gonna power up. Oh, wait. No, need to recycle these. And let me try again.
Engaging autopilot.
Alright, autopilot is checked now. Both channels work. Very good. Now, I'm gonna align the compass and stuff. Need to check the latitude here on our airplane. Make this easier. Oh, there's a lot of airplanes around us. Latitude is 4.6, so 4.6 on the south, it's about here, so let's do mag main align. Just hold it there, you can see that the HSIs are, that one is at least adjusting. Always confirm with the compass that you can see that your heading is roughly 240, so it should be pointing at 240. Good. Now I'm gonna put reference here. Hold it, there it is. Adjusting the other one as well. Good. And now I'm going to switch this to this one. Click adjustment again. That's aligned. And now put this back to main. Hit just again the adjustment. Everything seems to be nice and aligned. Back to directional gyro. Set. Continue with the checklist. That's all done. Before start checklist, ATT test. ATT test is this one. I've already tested that one, but let's recheck it. Tested on both sides, wonderful. Autopilot flight directors tested, ice detector is on, PTS inverter 250 off. Fuel quantity indicator is correct, almost 12 tenths. Fuel flow meter is on. Jesus, this is a long tag. Flow meter is set. Tank to left to right on, that's all set. Tank 4 not required, service tank on, equalizer on, fuel auto on, MSRP flight recorder on, recorder main on, recorder aux on, beacon light is gonna go on. Gear blocks are removed, this one I feel. Parking brake is gonna be released in a second, very good. Now, Luubeo, I'm gonna go for the night, see you all tomorrow. Dude, thank you once again for being here and thank you for this magnificent livery. If anybody wants to download this livery, it is provided on the well, on the description of the stream. You can get it there. Really nicely done. Thank you so much, man. Good night. I'm going to talk to you tomorrow. Alright, and there is someone else on the Tupolev 154 near me here. Snacks, is that you? That looks like you. Okay, speaking of that, we're on VATSIM, so we need to switch the comms to 1228 so we can actually talk to people. 1228 is set. And we are... yeah, on VHF1, that's correct. Let me just check something. I'm not sure if I ever set the PTT. No, I didn't. Oh, not the keyboard. Well, my mistake. Now it's set. Okay. Very good. So we are almost to the before start moment. Let's go for the better pushback. Start the pushback.
Ground to cockpit. Please, show me where you want to
We're
go.
going to be blocking the other 154 here.
Ground to cockpit.
Alright,
How are
while
you driving up?
he's going to come up, I'm going to remove the ground power. I'm going to remove the gear blocks. I'm going to remove the jetway. So that's going to go away. Doors are all closed. And we're going to do our departure briefing because that's going to be very important, as well as our arrival briefing because there are items that I haven't touched yet. Alright, so we are flying flight Avianca 7767, which I didn't fill the flight plan. So let's do that. But no temps are fine. Weather is looking fine so far. NTI should not be required. We don't have a weather radar, nor do we have a terrain radar, so we're gonna have to be extremely careful with how are we gonna be flying into the mountain area if there will be any clouds.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
As for the airport layout, we are on stand number 74. Right here, we're gonna be pushing back here on taxiway Echo, straight ahead, left on Papa. Then it's gonna be all the way down here to either hotel or kilo. I'd probably prefer kilo. All the way down to kilo 1 or kilo 2, running 14 right. Flaps will be set to 15 degrees for departure. Wind is basically headwind. Full power our departure. It's gonna be top for Romeo departure. Initially straight ahead, right hand turn. Bravo Oscar 908, and then to SOA and so on. I'm going to try to engage the autopilots as early as possible,
Connected.
so that we get
Release parking brake.
the guidance from the autopilot. And I'm going to be climbing to flight level 200 and complying with all the altitude restrictions, so try to climb as quickly as possible. Which, this airplane, honestly, it's pretty powerful, so we should not have any problem doing that. Okay, so radio navs we don't require for this departure. Okay, and for the abnormals, basically I hope we don't have any because I'm not prepared to take any abnormals on the Tupolev 154. Alright? Set this. I'm jumping straight to the arrival briefing. So the weather right now in Medellin, it looks to be variable 2 knots. Few clouds at 6,000 feet AGL, which is beautiful for our visual approach. QNH 1022. Transition altitude is 18,000, transition level is going to be 190, and NTS should not be required, nor do we have terrain and weather radar. And top of a descent, that will be calculated. Now I would probably want to be, let me see the chart here. So we should be overflying Rio Negro above 11,000. So that will be 9,000 feet of difference, so 9 times 3 is going to be 36, so 36 nautical miles. Let me just see from Vasil to Rio Negro, we should have on our flight plan here the distance, direct to Rio Negro. So as we've passed Vasil, we could start going down, descending. So that's going to be our top of descent. Is going to be Vasil. Alright. And we've got the arrival, basically. We're going to overfly the Rio Negro VOR, DME, outbound 006 on the course. And on 17 nautical miles, we're going to start a visual flight into the valley, left-hand turn descending. Maintain positive separation, and it's going to be basically a visual approach all the way down there for the airport. Now, I don't know any of the minimas here because these approaches are really scarce. The only one that we have are for the RNAV, and the minimus is 8,700, so I'll set 8,700 feet as a minimum, but we'll see. I hope it works. Kind of the same. Vasag there, that's Vasag, so the only difference is that they kind of have some different guidance, so minimas are going to be mostly the same, and I can see what are they doing here in terms of track. Okay, now we're going to get out of Vasag at 9,500 feet. We need to remember that the elevation of the aerodrome is 4,900 feet. So we have 3,800 feet of distance here. Now 3,800 feet in terms of a straight line is almost it's almost 11 nautical miles. So 11 nautical miles, I mean, I don't really have anything to say here, but 4.6, 4.8, that's roughly 10, there's 6.9 here, so this is not going to be like a straight 3 degrees descent. Probably as soon as we get into the valley, that's where the descent is going to come in. Alright, alternated fuel, basically, I think if it doesn't work for us, our alternate is to return back to Bogota, which is absolutely correct. I will be using flaps full for this one, because the runway is actually pretty short, and I'm sure we can get out of there in case of a go-around. Now we do have, I mean, we really have to land on the spot, so pardon me if this is not going to be a smooth landing, okay? There is no auto brakes here, so max manual braking, max reverse. Don't forget to deploy the speed brakes manually, and that's going to be about it. Alright, guys, are you ready? This is going to be pretty intense. This is going to be very intense, in fact. Okay, I need to move my charts to the other screen. That's done. Snacks is ready. I hope you guys are ready as well. I'm gonna start to push back here. Bogota traffic, Avianca 7767 is gonna push back into Echo from stand number 7 for Bogota traffic. Alright, brakes are released.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Checked. Engine start checklist. Ground air condition is off. Engine firewall valves are all on. Yep, these ones. Pressure valves are both down. I guess these ones. Fuel cutoff handles on. I need to go over the top here and do like this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, by the way, sorry, I need to see if it's gonna do the job here, because it might not do the job correctly. It might not do it very nicely, so we'll see now. Oh no, Snacks, are you pushing back into me? No! Snacks, come on! You're gonna have to hold there. I'm gonna try to get out of your way quickly, okay? Alright, the pushback seems to be doing a pretty good job. It's not perfect, but it's decent. You have the same issue with the pushback. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's not terrible. Alright, let's stop the pushback here. Better pushback. Let it just align the nose a little bit. But it's not too bad. It's not terrible. Yeah, alright, stop the pushback here. Nose on the line, so good to me.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brakes is set. We're going to start the engine. So starter on, crank to on.
Standby.
Let's start number 2.
Removed.
Fuel
Doors and
is
fenders are
all
closed.
on.
Grounding,
So
tops and tail rod removed. Ready for start.
okay, let's just go for number 2. Hit the starter, and
Clear
we
the
should
engine.
see
Starting engine 2.
it moving.
Got it. Starting 2.
I mean, I hope so, right? Yeah, starter is on. It's going up. I don't like the fact that we don't have any 2 rotation. If that's N2, of course. Ah, never mind, here we go. We've got fuel flow as well. And we've got EGT coming up, which is good.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Thank you very much. Oh boy, we're smelling that exhaust. Alright, the starter has cut off, which is good. I just want to see the hand signal in a bit. Now I can understand. Okay, hand signals received. Let's go. Engine number 3, start.
Engine 3.
Got a good start on number 2.
Weather traffic is jet 15 departing 14 left Alpha 5.
There's Emil departing. Emil, thank you so much for your help with the overheat situation. $35, $46, $62. There we go, fuel flow is on, EGT is good, engine seems to be stabilizing slowly. Waiting for the starter cutoff. Starter cutoff, waiting for the engine to be stabilized. Let's go number 1. Maybe that was a little bit too early. Let's wait until it switches over completely. Let's try now.
Starting engine 1.
There we go.
Got it. Starting 1.
Okay. Off we go. And we can connect the gens already, so let's go Gen 2. Gen 3. Can power up the hydraulics as well. Start to roll, so we can get some space for snacks. So, lights are like these. Everything is good. Engine is almost stabilized.
Right side clear, ready for taxi.
Let's go.
Left and forward clear, attention, starting taxi.
Checked.
Check brakes.
Brakes are checked. We're gonna check them again in a moment. Bogota traffic, Avianca 7767, taxiing via Echo November, Kilo 2, holding point Kilo runway 14 right, Bogota traffic. Okay. There we go, we got some space for snacks.
Brakes check, okay.
Let's go Gen on. And I can stop now. Slowly. Alright. Very good. Stop this, stop this, stop this. Close this. Very good. This is on. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Hold this.
Line above, wait, runway 1 right at Kilo 3. Over the traffic.
Hold that.
Look at the traffic, jet 15,
That's set.
airborne 14 left.
IQ off. This is gonna go off as well here. And we can do stop on the APU. Fuel shut off, 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 and off. Now steering is enabled. Flaps set to 15. Do a quick flight controls check.
Slots extending.
You can see the indication down there, right here, that they are indeed
Flaps
working.
15. Stabilizer -1.5.
Alright, very good. We are clear on the left, and we are clear on the right. Now, we do need to set the stabilizer here,
Slots
so
extended.
set that to 3 units. That seems like a good value. And we need to put this one in the green band, so... Oh yeah, never mind. Forgot an item here. Control boosters on. Now we can get those. And pitch trim up. Clear on both sides. And it's set on the green band, so very good. We can now continue. Let's do after engine start. APU power selector is off. APU bleed, we need to hold that down. I forgot to do it. Shutdown is off. Cabin pressure set. Differential set. Pressure valve is both up. Cabin tab set. Control boosters on. Windshield heat is going to be on in a moment.
Turn indicator and compass check.
Yeah, we do need to do a compass check on this one. Luckily it does it for us. And the before taxi checklist a little bit late to the party. But nose wheel steering 63 degrees, flap ZX lights on, RLS system. Ooh, I don't remember what that is. RLS system, I don't know. But we can prepare the throttle here. Check if it works. Yes, it works. Very good. Alright, very nice. Before takeoff, checklist is gonna go next. Clear on the left, clear on the right. There's a lot of airplanes there. Impressive. Alright, clear on the left again. Clear on the right. Feel like we are going a little bit fast. Whew, very good. Oh, it suddenly got dark here. Maybe that's whoa, 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 whoa. I was looking out of the window, of the wrong window. Alright, let me just test something. You see here the takeoff inhibit? That's when you have to switch this thing off. Alright, it works. Good. Very good. Virtual pilot, hey! Are you gonna join us? Ike memo no blue. Yeah. Interesting stuff is going on. Good luck. Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Alright. Aerodrome elevation in Bogota is... And I can barely hear them. I don't know why. Is there like a volume? It's already on maximum. Settings, notification, audio. No, it's 100%. Interesting. Maybe there's something that I forgot to do with the volume mixture. Nope. Seems good. Oh, look at that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you kidding me? Wow. Holy cow, this is cool. And you know, I'm super happy. It's not lagging, and we are on that sim. The new CPU is working. Very good. Like, really good. Where's Snacks? It's behind us there. Man, look at that. Wow. Screenshots, screenshots. And I'm running this with map enhancement, by the way, amazing add-on. Belagestel and Quebec 400, you have a new CPU? Yeah, guys, I think I sent a picture in the photo report on Discord. Yeah, I got a new CPU because basically my older one, I feel like it was a little bit overwhelmed. So I got a new Ryzen 590 5900 5900X. Yeah, 5900X. Works for my motherboard. Had to buy a new cooler. A water cooler, and had to change my case, so it got pretty expensive, but at least it's not lagging, and we can finally enjoy some VATSIM. Synchrotronic 7. Belagestel, that low FPS fix. Yep, that was it. Can you please turn on the fan in this heat? Oh yeah, of course. Where is it? Boom. Oh my god, I literally have a similar fan to this one on my back blowing because it's just unbearable. Killer, I'm still months away from getting my upgrades. I will need a new CPU, new motherboard, new RAM, new fan. Yeah. Just be be very careful with the CPU that you get, because if it gets hot, an air cooler might not be the best idea, because then you'll be troubled by temperatures, and it's not going to be very cool. Alright, we are approaching the holding point there. Do you have anybody on the approach? I wonder. No. Alrighty. There's Kilo 1. That's the Cat 3 holding. So I can move myself a little bit further, I guess. I don't see another holding line though. Ahead of me. Yeah, there's no other holding line, interesting. Okay, that 320 lined up. That one is he stopped? Yeah, he stopped. I wonder if he's gonna get there. Okay, he's going. See crush fire. Ah, better. Worship Pod, I don't know for now, still have some stuff to do. Okay, no problem. Belagesta, it would be great to map an actual fan to a data ref. Oh yeah, like especially if you do a home build cockpit. Imagine doing that. Quebec 400, one more month, and my build is going to be running to. Oh, cool. What is your build gonna be? What is the what are you planning to do? Alright, let me get my transponder on here before I forget. Lights on as well. That 320 departed. Good. High traffic in Paris is guaranteed disconnect. Cooler. I mean, London City still sucks. Like, I can't go to London City still. It is extremely FPS heavy. I don't know what's the problem there. I feel like that's something related to explained scenery. I don't know, okay? So it's really bad. But, I mean, what can I do really? I don't know. Alright, let me just check here. The compass is reading 2.4, that's roughly 2.4, that's reading roughly the same. Let me just check this again real quick. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Okay, compass is looking good.
Tráfico Bogotá, Avianca 587, take off.
Take off. Keto heats are gonna come on. Bogota traffic, Avianca 7767 at Kilo 1 is gonna line up runway 14 right behind the departing Avianca. Bogota traffic. Lights off, correction, pocket brake off. One airplane departing. Final looks clear, let's go. I'll still let that guy go first because he was there first. So we're just gonna do a lineup and wait. Jesus, 9803 XD and the new 9070 XT for around €2,000. Whoa, that is gonna be a beast of a computer. I want to see the screenshots from that. I want to see there. What's the other traffic? And Bogota traffic for Avianca 9401. If you want to depart first, you can go ahead. You were first in the queue.
Okay, I appreciate that. I'm gonna line up and wait on Kilo 3.
He was the first, so I'm just gonna wait. And stop here. Alright. Walking brake set is gonna go off.
Got traffic, Avianca 9401, line up and way 14 right on from Kilo 3.
Okay, Bogota traffic, Avianca 7767 is lined up runway 04, correction 14 right, holding position. Okay, let's do before takeoff checklist. Landing lights, extended, signal lights, on, pitot heat, on, RLS system. Oh, maybe it's this one. We're not required. Flight stopwatch. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Okay, we got the timer here. Ah, interesting. Red. Let's put it red. After lineup runway, nose wheel steering 10 degrees. Checked to not takeoff not ready is unlit. That guy is lined up. Wonderful. And we're gonna extend our power up.
Total traffic, 9401, taking off runway 14 right.
And before takeoff checklist is complete. Snacks, geometry of the river stacks a lot of FPS, same in Amsterdam. Man, I hope they fix it then, because it's really like it's really not cool. Let's see how much fuel have we already burned. Like 800 kilos. Just by taxing and powering up stuff. Wow. 1,350. Yep. Altimeters are all correct. Everything is good. There goes the guy. Man, those guys are brave. They are departing from such an interception. Holy cow. I want to take the full runway at 8,000 feet. So, revise the speeds. 234, 45, and 61 is going to tell us anyway. Departure straight ahead. Max 205 knots. And then a right-hand turn. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to you. Let's go in view here. Nav, it's not going to power up the needles though, right? I don't think so. Until we power up the autopilot. You guys are ready? I am ready. Let's just give one more minute for the 320 to go away. For the wake turbulence. Got the GPS there. Maybe actually the needle will follow it though. I hope so. Can I pop this out? I'd love to pop this out. No. Okay, then I just want to click clear. Like that. Yeah, that's not correct, but probably depends on the altitude. 8,900 feet. As we hit 8,900 feet, we do a right-hand turn. Alright, Bogota traffic, Avianca 7767 departing for runway 14 right. Bogota traffic. Brakes are released. Let's go, guys. A bit of forward pressure. Split them up. Stabilized. Let's go full power. Brakes released.
Takeoff thrust, hold throttles, landing lights on.
I can barely hear the plane.
Takeoff thrust, parameters normal, holding thrusters.
Off we go. Thrust is set.
Speed alive.
Checked. Although not on my side. Okay, good now. Check.
220.
Rotate. Positive rate. Gear up.
Gear up. Gear going up.
Oh, here we go, guys.
Remove the lights. Landing gear up.
Check.
Speed 330.
Okay, passing 8,900. There's a right-hand turn. Oh, okay, with the GPS it actually works. The needle is somewhere. Lock the gear in place.
Speed 360. Flaps up.
Wait for the flaps a little bit. Let's go autopilot on.
Engaging autopilot.
Lights off and retracted. There's 10,000. Bit of a power reduction here. Drop the nose. I'll go for 94%. Gonna sync the heading. Bogota traffic, Avianca 7767 airborne, passing 11,200 feet. Heading is synced. Autopilot is looking good. Oh boy. It doesn't feel like it, but we are at 11,000 feet. Oh wait. Is that bad visibility or is that no terrain? No, that's bad visibility. Okay. Alright, let's go flaps up.
Flaps, retracting.
Watch out the angle of
Flaps,
attack there,
retracting.
very important. Do not exceed that, let the airplane accelerate. Drop the nose. Otherwise you'll get into a stall, and you do not want that. Take off and climb. Yeah, this is all in whatever par is it. But away we go. Remember what level 200? Oh man, this is impressive. Yeah, the ortho is not the best, but to be fair, I don't really care. And of course we are flying real time in real weather. Everything looks good on this side. Oh wait, what? Let me fix that. Done. Okay, this one seems like a good speed to climb, so I'll slave the speed. That's basically, it's like flight level change or Mach change. Flight level change in indicated airspeed and in Mach number, and this is to hold your altitude. Very good. Alright, do we get a reading on the DME frequency? 115.10, no, because I forgot to set it. 115.10 and 115.10 should get a rating now. 195 kilometers. Good. Very good. Whoa. That's impressive. Okay, I'm even a little bit scared. Like, holy cow, I'm literally doing this. I am literally doing this. Power is good, everything looks to be good. Gonna enter the right hand turn again to Bravo Oscar. Should be Bravo Oscar 428. 426. Okay, 426. It should be 428. Yeah, it's 428. There we go. Alright, almost on 18,000, so we comply with all the altitude restrictions. I just want to see if there's anybody in front of us. Snacks is... wait, is that you? Probably yes. It's good. These guys are all flying to... looks like they're flying to Pasto, to that other airport where we are flying later. Okay, here's 18,000, so let's go. Standard pressure set. 1030 is set. Let's start to drop the nose. A little bit let airplane accelerate. And so, you guys might have noticed that the vertical speed indicator is in meters per second. To make things a little bit easier, I just converted 5 meters per second to feet per minute. That's 984, so that's roughly times 2. And the same applies to 10 and 20, so you can follow along how it is. Oh, one thing I forgot to do is actually to switch the window heat to high. Set. That was one of the before takeoff items. Very good. As you can see, this airplane is pretty powerful, so it doesn't have a lot of problems with climbing. And we need to start to level off, or at least to arrest the descent. Not too much. Oh, don't go down, please. Yeah, it's a bit sensitive. It's gonna overshoot it, but I'm gonna click it at 500 anyway, so it's gonna lock that in. I'm gonna let the airplane accelerate a tad more before I switch the auto throttle on. I mean, I can already switch it on and just add a bit of power right there. Ooh, very good. Okay, we are in the cruise. Let's see, do we have any after takeoff and climb checklist? No. Alright, descent. Initial descent speed, descent there, descent that. Oh, I just now noticed that we actually get a scale of speed on the inside. I never noticed it before. Oh my god, very good. Alright, this seems like a good speed, 0.65 Mach. And why are we still climbing? Like, we are still climbing. Hello? Nope. It is set to climb. My friend, how about you just drop the nose a bit? No? Oh, he doesn't want it to. Okay. I guess I know what's the problem. Let's try again. This is gonna go on. This is gonna go off. But because of the power, gave him too much lift. Let's get to 240. Now we can actually get to 240, I don't mind. And adding hold. Let's see. With the auto throttle back on. Check your flaps if they are not broken. I don't think so. Nope. Flaps are fine. I think I know what's the reason. I think it's the CG is a little bit too aft, maybe, but it was within the green, so I don't understand what was the problem actually. Basically, we were flying too fast, generating a bit too much lift, and because of that, he was struggling to trim down. I want to see if this does anything. Okay, this one pushes the nose up. So let's just do it like this, maybe. It will help it out. Yeah, looks like it will. Alright, auto thrust on. I'll just fly slower. There's no need to go very high. 125. And because it was applying constant power, it was just going and going and going and going. See, we're going to apply power now, so probably we'll want to climb a little bit. That's the only thing I can get. Like, see, we're starting to accelerate, and it's starting to quite faster. Now I've adjusted the angle. Look, it bent back. Makes total sense. Can I just adjust the trim? No, the trim doesn't work. Okay. Still weird though. Alright, switch these two to VOR so I can actually monitor the VOR. Okay, airplane's flying. Let's just get down a little bit. I want to get that round number of altitude because it's not good. Orto's not best because of the clouds, but hey. I don't know. That looks like default, by the way. But it's not. Maybe. Oh, now we're descending like crazy. Yeah, as I said, the autopilot on this airplane is not very friendly at all. Let's keep descending to 220. I don't mind. So, at Vasil, we were to initiate our descent, so that's in 47 seconds, so I don't mind actually starting the descent in a bit. You can click on the sidewall of the ABSU panel to have the 2D panel sidewall like this one. Ah, interesting. I didn't know about this one. That's good. That's very good. Thanks. But I'll leave it like this for now. Alright, and now we're crossing Vasil, so we actually have to start down. So I'm going to disengage the auto thrust. And remember, our target altitude now was above 11,000 feet. So down we go, thrust is on idle. Many kilometers to go? 19. So 90 kilometers is 48 nautical miles. So I'll just do a shallow, slow descent. I think it's gonna be perfect. Seven minutes to go there, so fantastic. I mean, we're not too far from transition level, so I will check what's the METAR right now in Medellin, and let's see, scattered 6,000 still, temperature 25, QNH 1021, and wind is still variable 2 knots, so overall looking good. Let's go and set, Jesus, 1021 here and 1021 there. Let's set 1021 set here as well. Very good. Looking good. Holy cow, guys, if you're watching this and you haven't liked the video yet, it's time for you to do so. Because this is actually hard. This is actually hard. Okay? Flying to the VORs, we can confirm by the needles. And then remember we want an outbound of 006. So close to the VOR, I'll switch to heading mode, then switch over to VOR mode, and then we find the outbound. Remember, maximum speed 277. I can actually just look for the knots now. It was 150, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 150 maximum speed, so we're gonna have to be pretty much almost configured at that point. Probably flaps 28. Now I do not understand. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 flap settings here, although the lever for the flaps only operates in 1, 2, and 3 positions for the airplane, which is going to be 15, 30, and 45. So I don't know what's the deal there, but 6 minutes to go. Just now, almost on the transition level. Looking good in terms of speed. I think like these are the clouds probably are at 6,000 feet because the elevation is basically 5,000. No, sorry, it's basically 5,000 feet for Medellin. So 5 plus 6 is 11. I mean, no, they should be lower. They should be lower. Probably it's that layer right there, down there. So we'll see. Also, I am not cheating. And I'm not using any map or GPS to know where is my position. So I'm just looking at the chart and I'm making sure that I do the right thing. It's like a mental picture. You have to have a mental picture of where you are, what are you doing, what you will be doing, where's the terrain, where should you go, all that kind of stuff. And what's your plan B, of course. And speaking of plan B, so if this plan goes to crap, initially we're going to climb to above 12,000 feet and vector ourselves to Marinilla at 13.0. So let's get actually 13.0 on the view on the DME2 and on the VOR2. Set. It should be a little bit more to the right. Yep, correct. Very good. Very good. Oh man, dude, these mountains are nice. Four and a half minutes to the VOR. Let's not look at that. And remember, our minimus are 8,700 feet. So that altitude we have to have a good view, at least of the valley, to have the runway in sight. Otherwise, go around, climbing to 12. Three minutes to go. And I'm trying to understand where would be the valley. I think this might be the valley. There's a river and it goes down there, so Medellin should be somewhere along that area right there. Should have probably watched a couple of videos. So after Bassag, the guys for the RNAV fly on a heading of 332 degrees. And then as they approach the valley, they go for a heading of 242. And then a 212 until they finally get established. 9,700 feet. We're dead. That's the missed approach already. Alright, 27 kilometers. Let's go reset course. So we're now on heading. Okay. So now I'll go VOR1. And I will go 006. that. And once we get closer, I'm gonna switch over to the VOR. 15,000 feet so far, looking good. How long have we gone with the stream? 1 hour and 35, holy cow. That preparation took a bloody long time, I see. I hope I'll make it easier for the second flight. Yeah, that should be the valley. That's gonna probably be the valley. In the middle of these two. Pretty sure that's it. Because look, that's where the cut comes in. And there's the low ceiling. As we are approaching 11, so it makes total sense. Okay, 15 kilometers. I mean, we kind of basically fly outbound at this pace. $13.5. Trying to keep my speed down, because if I keep my speed down, I have more time to think, I have more time to react, I have more time to adapt. So that's what I want to do. So far, clouds do not seem to be an issue. That is the new airport, if I'm not mistaken. I add just a tiny bit of power. 4 kilometers.
Any traffic, region 15, runway is located.
Oh, good. How's the weather?
Again?
How is the cloud base? Start the heading.
Acceptable, durable.
Thank you. We're crossing over the VOR, as you can see by the needle. And now I'll let it stabilize just a tiny bit. Get out of the cone of confusion. And let's hit VOR. Continue the descent. Limit speed on flaps 15 is 420, so we could already deploy flaps 15. Oh boy, are you gonna really hunt it now? Oh, Tupolev, autopilot. You're really gonna hunt it now, right? I'll just go heading mode. Flaps 15.
Slots extended.
There we go. You know what was that? That was a stall warning.
Flaps 15.
Checked. Now 10,500 feet for the fix, and that was at 16.6 outbound, so almost there. So we are below that, which is good.
Slots extended.
Checked. Let's go lights extend and lights are on. Start to slow down. There's 12 kilometers. 13 actually. Darren Vox, hey, welcome. You're just in time for our first approach. It is going to get interesting for sure. Now I do not understand though, why is he just dropping the nose like crazy, like that? 10.5, 16 kilometers, good. So he crossed within the limits. Speed is roughly 150. So I'll try to maintain it this way. We're now going down to 9,500, and we are on the VOR, even though I'm flying on heading mode. Which is good. Keep the speed there. High angle of attack, be careful. We need to go until 31.4. That doesn't work. Let me click on height. Please keep the altitude.
Flaps extended.
Let's go flaps 28. Looking good so far.
Flaps 28.
Checked. Speed is 150. Start to apply power. Keep the airplane nice and level. Alright, that's the valley, so that is correct. And I assume we're gonna have to follow this one and then turn right inbound. 332. Yeah, that seems exactly like the plan. 27, 28 almost. Because I don't want to go above that higher terrain right there. That doesn't seem like the correct option. 31.4, that's what I want. Although maybe that's not too bad actually. But it's gonna be this one. Speed is there, everything is there. Good, lights are on. QNH is set, minimus is 8,700. So we are 5. Oh, it's descending. You stupid plane, you can't hold the bloody altitude. Autopilot off. Alright, because it's gonna be probably 31. Yep, 31. Let's do heading 332. Or 330. Medellin traffic, Avianca 7766 is gonna visual runway 20. Medellin traffic. There's too much stuff going on, it's very difficult to concentrate on everything. Alright, 9,400 as we cross the valley there, and then it should be 8,700, that's the minimus. Checked. Nope. So we are slightly lower than we should be on this one. Next heading is going to be 242. And full flap speed landing is going to be 255. Sounds good. Flap limitation is 300 kilometers, so looking good. Alright, let's start to turn. Drop the speed. Start dropping the nose. Put the gear down. Flaps full.
Flaps extended.
There's 8 approaching 8,700. Great visibility over the valley. So
Flaps
we are within the
45.
minimums. Continue. Now trim the airplane properly. Apply the power as required. Gear is down. 3 green. Gear hydraulic locked. Airplane is properly trimmed. I want to maintain now the minus 1,000 feet a minute, if possible. There's that green bulge. There's the runway. So, fantastic. Let's not descend too much now. Keep the airplane in that 6 degrees angle of attack. Very good. Alright, gears down, flaps are set. Do we have a landing checklist? Probably should have a landing checklist. It's a descent. After landing. Okay, we don't have it. Alright then, gear, flaps, power, lights. Brakes not required, everything the rest is good. Okay, remember, airfield elevation is roughly 4,900, so we are still quite high. Let's get there.
Terrain ahead.
Oh yes, of course. Sorry. We don't use that here. Okay, this one looks like a good profile to me, because I didn't want to have too much of a steep attitude, sorry. There's the stadium. And there's the runway. We're looking pretty good. I don't think we have pappies there. So speed and touchdown zone is very important. I'm gonna be quiet now, concentrate, fly the airplane, and get there. Medellin traffic, Bogota 7767 is on final runway 20. We are within the 6 degrees. But you have to add a lot of power here. As you can see, I mean, literally sometimes adding almost flying power. Bit fast there. Looked like an updraft. Bit low correcting. Wind up. I don't think these trees are this high.
40 above.
Check.
Ten meters.
Idle.
5, 3, 2, 1 meter. Reverse.
Speed brake up.
Spoilers up.
Maximum reverse.
Reverse on.
Maximum or almost maximum manual braking. Holy shit. Reverse is out. I am sweating. Holy cow. Alright,
Turn 63.
don't forget to keep focusing.
Remove flaps and landing lights. Turn
Yeah,
on
stand
taxi
by on
lights.
that. We haven't vacated the runway yet. Holy cow. That was... Yeah, that was cool. I deserve a like and a subscription from this. If you haven't already. Clear on the right, clear on the left. Medellin traffic, Avianca 7767, runway 20, vacated is taxiing to the ramp. Holy cow. Alright, so this was amazing. Speed brakes up. Flaps up. Leave that. Lights back to this one. Let's go for the APU. APU starting, pardon me. And transponder back to standby. That was impressive. Holy cow. This was the first time I landed on this airport during the full approach, okay? I never did it before. I only did it for the screenshots. Quebec 400, soft landing incoming. Well, it was kind of. We're not going to watch the replay though, because I don't want to bug the replay and then have to do all over again. So we will not have a replay, sorry. But we're gonna get going as quickly as possible for the next flight. I can barely see on the outside. Or do we see the replay? Do we watch the replay? Okay, let's watch the replay. I don't think it was an amazing landing. I mean, no, never mind. It was an amazing landing. It was spot on where I wanted. So, Snacks, I'm waiting for you. And I'm gonna be parking on number 3 right there. Let's go, lights off. Window heat, speedo off. Oh wait, wrong button. You have a marshaller? Marshaller is behind the building. Okay, we can watch the marshaller like this. Oh, there's Snacks, I can see him. Oh, dude, you feel like you were a little bit high. He's doing the Afghan approach. Alright, I just don't want to crash into the building. Okay, brakes is set. Let's watch, let's watch, let's watch. Oh, that was a bit too much of a flare, I think. Or was that a landing? No, that was a landing, okay. That's Vatsim. Well done, dude. Maximum braking. Maximum reverse. That's gonna be fine. Hold the brakes. Okay, he's fine. By the way, I think this one is wrong. Because I already talked about this. When you have this kind of lines, this is called the chevrons. Basically, well done, Snacks. Well done, dude. This is basically to show an area that is not supposed to be used for taxi. It is only used in case you have to stop. Like imagine a normal runway overrun. So, for instance, you cannot use this for departure. And so this taxiway right here with this holding point would not be possible to be used if this would be painted like this. You'd be committing basically, I mean, an illegal deal. So I'm pretty sure that should be what's the name of it? That should be oh, I'm missing the name, bloody hell. Jesus Christ. A displaced threshold. Yeah, exactly. See? These lines. This is a displaced threshold, which means you can use it for departure, not for landing though. So for landing, you only use the area from the threshold, and ahead, But that one is called, I think it's called the stopway, and the stopway is not to be used for departure. So yeah, although we will be using it because it's not realistically done on the scenery. Amazing place, guys. Absolutely stunning. Alright. Here's the deal. We are already 1 hour and 55 minutes ongoing, so this is my suggestion. Michael back, display threshold. Yes, exactly, but the way it is painted here in X-Plane, it would be called stopway, and you wouldn't be able to use it. So guys, let me just tell you, what if... never mind. Let's do the full thing. It's not that long. Alright. Oh boy, what did we do? Oh no, of course I need to shut down. I did it wrong. So we've got the APU shut down. But that's weird because we should have... Weird. Did I burn the APU? Let's stop it. Restart the APU again. And I'll leave this all on auto. Off, 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 off. Hydraulics are off. Flaps are up. That is all off. I'll leave that on. Seatbelt sign is gonna go off. It's off, off. And now, let me try it again. That's weird, man. Why did it go... I think I did something wrong there. Okay, in the meanwhile, as it does that... Oh, sorry, I had the departure briefing on. As it does that... Alright, there we go. APU is all set. APU on. And we can now shut down the engines. So let's go. This goes to off. Off. And off. Off, off, off. How's the APU load? APU load is looking good. All the rest looks good. Fantastic. Can I dump the pressure? Pressure release on and off. Ground services, passenger door open, ladder. Ooh. What's the difference though? Don't need a passenger door. Fuel tanker, please. Cargo door. Okay, that doesn't work. No big deal, we'll just do this, this, and this. Synchro Shark Notice is a sponsor for 11 months. Holy cow. Thank you so much, man. That is impressive. Snacks are right on ground and we might need to change the brake discs after that. Oh, Jesus. Snacks, I'll go eat now. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for coming, dude. I will be preparing the rest of the flight back. Not back, but to Pasto. Okay. So we need a couple of things. This departure is going to be pretty much straight out, so it's going to be very simple. I just need a different sim brief. And I also missed what was the notification during the flight. Can you guys remind me what was the notification on? We were doing the bleed thing, and I completely missed it. I will check it after the stream. Alright, so Mike Delta here. Papa Sierra. And while it does that, let's watch a replay real quick. I hope I won't crash the sim. Okay, you ready? Let's go. Let's see this. Oh, okay. Now let's watch maybe from here. We got some spotting guy here from the airport. Yeah, that's a long taxi. I'm gonna be standing here. All right, hit play. Let's go. Dude, 11 months. Thank you so much. That is a bloody long time. Thanks, Snacks, and thank you for coming. Thanks for all the help with the 154. Oh, that was pretty good. That was pretty good. I accept that. I totally accept that. Oh, we need to take a taxiing screenshot. Like that. Beautiful. Alright, let's put it on the gate. And
Flaps
the replay.
extended. Flaps retraction.
Everything is good.
Flaps retraction.
Yes. Okay, now, need to do this quickly. Our call sign is going to be 311 for this one. Generate the flight. Connect back to VATSIM. 311, set, connect. Yeah, I know. Pre-file. Pre-file. 240, sounds good. File, done. Okay. Now, view PDF. And let's start with the route. With the easier thing. Now, I'm gonna go... where's this? Menu, I guess? Yep. Delete flight plan. Can I clear that? Yes. There we go. Now, I would want to depart from runway 20 anyway. It says for me to depart to runway 02. I will disregard that unless there is some significant wind. 0104. Okay, so we've got actually a bit more wind. And I have to depart. Select departure. Do we actually need to do any departure here? I don't think so. We can go visual. So we're gonna go visual. I don't need any of this. Let's clear this. So go down and we're gonna go to Metro. Romeo Oscar. Enter. Oh! Did I press clear? No. RIP, sorry. This is a bit annoying. To insert. Enter, enter. Metro, we're gonna go from Whiskey. I don't think we can insert airways here. So Whiskey 3 to Charlie Lima Oscar. Charlie Lima Oscar, I'll just go Charlie Lima Oscar. And I'll do the rest in the cruise. Enter, enter. Good, that's done. Now, let me just see. Latitude is 6.2. 6.2. I think I selected the wrong way there. Do this. Let's do an adjustment. Adjustment. Then adjustment. Adjustment. It all seems adjusted as well with the compass, so that's wonderful. That is set. Payload. Our payload is 12.1 tons of fuel, so let's go for the fuel first. And I will probably add more here and more there. Set, fast load. Remaining fuel 2,800. Ah, it's going up though. It should be quiet in a moment, right? Yeah, it's going up. I mean, I clicked fast load, so should work. We'll see in a moment. Cargo and passengers, to be honest, I'll just leave the same. So that's done. Departure is done. Everything is done. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna depart visually, straight out, right-hand turn, climbing. And as we cross 12,000 feet, I'm gonna completely turn to the right to the first waypoint, which is gonna be Metro. Okay? I'm gonna depart runway 02. That is all correct, and also I forgot to switch off the beacon light. Maybe that's why we weren't getting the ladder. Nope, it actually doesn't work. I don't understand why is the fuel wrong though. I think I pressed quick refill. It's definitely going up. I guess I by mistake pressed smooth load instead of fast load. It's fine. Tank number 4. Tank number 4 should be empty. Yeah, what? Oh no, never mind. Tank number 4 is empty. Tank number 3 is good. Number 2, it has almost 2,000. So it's still not exactly there. And that's going up still. I don't understand. Quebec 400s. Sarah Adam is the guy who subscribed, or the girl. Ahatamur, hello. Yay, hello man, welcome to live stream. You're just in time for the flight, for the second flight. I don't understand why is it saying the fuel reserve 2.5. I don't get what's wrong. What's the current fuel? Oh, tank 1 is going up now. Left and right. Okay, now the warning disappeared. How much do we have? 22280. I prefer to have less on this one and more on the other ones though. Let me see, will it work now? Nope, still giving me the bug. Interesting. I don't understand. This seems like a bug. Current fuel. 11.4. Nope. Or does it need to have more on this one? Let me see. Fast load, current fuel. No, it's going up. Up and down the other one. I don't get what's the problem though. Can anybody explain what's the problem? And in the meanwhile, we're gonna get going. Yeah, it's still decreasing.
traffic, execution 15 departing 02.
I don't get it. Alright, we'll see. 13.1. We've got that set. Let's call better pushback. Start the pushback.
Ground to
We're running on
cockpit.
APU.
Please show me where you want to
We
go.
will be pushing back into here.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Beacon light is going to come on. Let's do a quick run through the check. Before start. That's all set. Indicator on. Flow meter is on. We have no warnings. Is the needle moving? The needle is still moving. I don't understand. What's the problem there? Do I have to shut off the APU? Is that the problem? Is that a bug? That's definitely a bug. Filled completely with tank.
Okay, all
Alright,
doors
now
and
it's
hatches
stopped.
are closed. Ready to connect.
Okay, never mind. Flow meter on, quantity indicator is set. We've got the Charlie is, so this is like 13. Okay, got 13.1. Set. Flow meter is set. We're gonna get going. Gauge is set, tanks is set, tank 4 is still empty, so we don't need it. Service tank on, equalizer on, auto fuel on, fuel management is on. Got that all on. Recorder on, main aux, beacon on, gearbox
Tow
remove, brake
connected and
set.
bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Crane air condition off, firewall all on. We need these ones to on as well. Let's go get them. Set, and set on. And we can start. Alright, let's go. Brakes released.
Starting pushback. And you may start engines.
And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. Engine 2. And start. Starter on. I forgot to close the door. Oh no! Oh no! Quebec 400 or Shay TP. I will take a look at her. Thank you very much. Alright, we've got rotation, we've got fuel flow. We have some EGT. Fuel flow is minimal. Alright, starter cutoff.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Brakes are set. Started green.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Whew. Emil has already departed. He's flying on a Cessna 525. A lot more simpler than this one. A lot more simple than this one. Disconnect hand signals. Okay, fuel flow on this one is good. Starter cutoff.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Good, let's go number 1. Waiting for the hand signal there. And signal received. Got a good start. Flap desync. Gonna have a look at that. Fuel flow is good, HET is good. Looking very nice. Let's go gens on. Gen 2. Gen 3 and Gen 2 on. Let's go hydraulic systems on. And recharge. Very good, that's recharged. Starter off. Bleed on. Pressure valves on. That's all set. Oh yeah. I forgot to close the APU there. It's off, stop, and close it. Last gen on. Very good. Everything's set here. This can go to on. And let's see, what do we have in terms of
Slots
flaps?
extending. Slots extending.
Lights on. Are we looking in terms of trim?
Flaps 15.
Checked. Put this back into the green band. Set. GPS is enabled. We've got nav and VU. That's a set. Everything is set. Let me just
Slots extended.
gyros are looking good. Engine start checklist is complete. After engine start, power is off, bleed off, shut down off. Cabin pressure is set, pressure valves built up. Oh yes, I did it in the wrong order. Cabin temp is set, control boosters, then switch those off. Windshield heat is gonna go into the low. And then before takeoff. Alright, let's go. Brakes are released. Let's go for our final destination, which is very nice as well. Departing from 02. Brakes are checked. Flight controls seem good as well. We are clear on the right, clear on the left. Go via Alpha here. Gyro and turn indicator seems to be working just fine. Go all the way to the runway. Alright, transponder. Let's go transponder out mode already. We are near the runway. No other traffic so far. So set the heading for the departure. Heading 020 initial. I'll actually set 030 due to the mountains. Let's do the before takeoff checklist. Landing lights are extended. Signal lights will be on in a moment. Pitot heat. All on. Still window heat height. RLS system is not required. Flight stopwatch. Don't need that. After line up runway, nose wheel steering and check takeoff. Yeah. Good. Alright, come on, let's get there. I wonder where would we get a indicator for the brake temperatures, because I think it would be this one, because it says in Russian wheel brakes left and right, but nothing is appearing there. But I guess that's where it should be. Okay, flaps set 15. Actually, you know what? We're gonna go flaps 28
Flaps
for this
extended.
one. Take off flaps 28, 22, 42, 53. So a little bit less because it's a short runway.
Flaps 28.
Checked. QNH is still 1021. Check that there is nobody on approach. Yep, nobody on approach. Medellin traffic, Avianca 311 is lining up runway 02 for departure, Medellin. We're probably gonna clip the wing there. Oh, that was fast. Maybe not. I'll take a spotter picture right here with this floating fence. Wrong button. Alright, never mind. Let's align the plane nicely. Use the maximum amount of runway we can use. Alright, that looks like a decent lineup to me. That's off, landing lights on, flaps set on the back here. I'm not forgetting anything. It's good. Oh, wait. Checked, set. Nose wheel steering 10 degrees. Check, takeoff not ready, not late. Before takeoff checklist is complete. Let's go straight ahead and to the right. Power up. It is stable on all three, full power. Standing by on the brakes.
Bathroom valves are closed.
Checked. Brakes are released. Thrust is set. Airspeed is alive. That's V1, and that's rotate. Positive climb. You're up. Impressive takeoff. Drop the nose a tiny bit. Get that flaps 10
Flaps retracting.
or 15. So you can accelerate the plane a little bit more. Get some climbing performance.
Flaps 15.
Gear is up. Let's lock the gear. And flaps up.
Flaps retracting. Flaps retracting.
Lights off. And retracted. Bye-bye, Medellin. Alright, now to 12,000 for the turn. Probably actually a left-hand turn would be more correct because there's an airport on the right. So let's do a left-hand turn. So we cross 12,000. And a bit of power reduction.
Shots and slots are removed. Stabilizer 0. Set the lower neutral. Gear handle neutral.
Past 10,000. Look at this terrain, man. It is so close. It's incredible. There's 11. Start now. Okay, let's go. Heading mode first.
Engaging with the hull.
Heading mode first, this is good. Climbing we go. Slave the vertical speed. Sorry, the airspeed. And do a direct to Metro. Activate, enter. Should be literally to the south almost. So I think we could go for the NVU now. Yep. Maybe not. Ah, what a pity. It's alright. Passing 15, transition altitude is 18,000. Climbing good. Everything is good on this side. Power, gear, flaps, lights, pressure. Oh, we need to switch the pressure. Seven, six, set power. All the rest is looking good. Okay, let's redo the direct. Maybe if I reset the needle, it will not jump like that. Let's try. There we go. Established on course, there's 18,000.
Pressure 10-13 set.
1013 is set, 1012 is set. Good. Crash Flyer 7. Which aircraft do you prefer, the Tupolev 134 or the Tupolev 154? The Airbus A319. I hope that answers your question. Now, if I had to choose between both, oh man, that's a hard question. That's literally a very hard question. I don't know. The 154 is easier in terms of systems. Like, you can learn how to switch it on a lot quicker on the 154 than on the 134. But the flying, the hand flying part, or I mean not only the hand flying, the other parts as well, I feel like it is slightly easier actually on the 134. So if it's regarding systems, 154 definitely. If it's regarding flying, 134. Okay, we passed flight level 200. This one I will fly quicker. So we want flight level 240. We could actually go higher than that. We don't need to stay this low. Charlie Lima Oscar and then to Mike Echo Romeo. And enter. It's the VOR. And then it's Sierra Papa Papa Sierra. Oh wait. Sierra Kilo. Oh my gosh. It's Kilo. Kilo Papa Sierra. Enter, enter. Good stuff. There is flight level 230. Control 106.25. Okay, now I'll start to open some pro charts for Pasto, because that airport, you will see that that airport is no joke. Let's go higher. Let's go 300. So first things first, I want to see how's the weather. I want to see how's the weather there, and the weather is 320 at 6 variable between 280 and 350. 6 knots, yeah, it's not bad. Good visibility, scattered at 7,000, so it means we can land there no problem, I think. And QNH 1020. So it doesn't seem like a problem to me, which is, again, fantastic. Okay, next time, Tupolev 747 or Tupolev 757. Oh, you mean the Boeing. Between those two, I'd prefer the 757. That's an easy answer to me, or for me. That is a pretty easy answer. So passing to 6. Let's stop at 28. Trying to really slow down the climb. so we can level off, and it will actually maintain the level off. Let's keep the throttle on. And altitude hold. Please work now. Alright, this seems more or less stable. We are in a good speed. And we're cruising along nicely. So here's the deal, guys. Why is this approach difficult? First of all, because the terrain that is around there is pretty high. Secondly, is because there is no radio aids for the approach on the side on which we're going to be landing. Okay. So in order to do that, I mean, we don't have the RNAV capabilities of an Airbus or a 737 or whatever modern jet. There is one instrument approach in Pasto, but we cannot take it because it's an RNP authorization required. You guys probably know about those. I've already spoken about those on the channel a couple of times. And basically, you have to have equipment on the airplane that will be able to track everything. So, for instance, if you can see on the screen right here, let me actually open the big picture of this. It says here in the name, RNP, runway 02, authorization required. Okay? So that means that you, as a crew, have to be, I'm not going to call certified, but licensed to do this kind of approach. Your airplane has to be able to do this kind of approach. It has to be authorized, and your operator, so your airline, sorry, and or operator, just any other thing, has to be allowed to do this kind of approach. Now, of course, we will not be able to do this thing. Basically, this radius to fix while descending, which gives us the best lower minimus that we can do. So we're not able to do this. So we have two other options for the other runway, 20, which is the ILS and the localizer. So of course I'm going to take the ILS just because it gives us better guidance to descent. But because the runway is fairly short, and again it's, pardon me, located on a very high airport, as you can see here, let me zoom in a little bit, landing distance available is 2,175 meters, which you might say, oh, that's totally fine, but at this altitude, at this temperature, it is not totally comfortable, okay? So for instance, right now there's 23 degrees, and the density altitude is 8,221 feet. So even though this airport is located at 6,000 feet, because of the temperature, because of the pressure, all of these things, for the airplane, it would be the same as landing on an airfield with an elevation of 8,221 feet. Okay, so it is not a joke. How will we have to do this? Because we have a certain wind, even though we can take the 6 knots of tailwind with this airplane, I assume. I would prefer still to land with the headwind. So for that, we're going to have to do the circling. I'm not going to do a super detailed circling. We did one quite a bit more detailed on the 720 into Venice not so long ago with Lufthansa on that sim. That was pretty cool. So we're going to do something pretty similar. How are we going to do this? If I zoom in enough, again, this is the last time I will be using these charts, so next time we will have the beautiful Jeppesen charts. We have, oh sorry, I can't use this one. I need to open the other chart. That one is only for category Alpha and Bravo, and we are category Charlie, so there are no minimus published on that chart for our airplane. So this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be going into the ILS, and here you can read, there is written circular, this is in Spanish, but basically this is for the circling minimus, Okay, airplane is behaving nicely. This is for the circling minimus, and for the category Charlie, which is our airplane, our circling minima, is 8,720 feet. So, I mean, we cannot go below this because this is obstacle clearance altitude or height, which means minimum descent altitude. We cannot go below that altitude, so for us that will be 8,800 feet. If we would like to select that on the Autobahn, actually on this one we can't select a very specific altitude, but for most of other airplanes it would be 8,800 feet. So at this altitude, when we will be on the ILS, descending down here, which by the way, as you can see here, final approach point is above 9,000 feet. So as we start descending, we're going to have to level off and then break off and do the visual circuit. Now this will be interesting because, as I said, the elevation of the field is 5,900 feet. The threshold here for 20 is 5,859, so it's roughly 5,900, the elevation of the field. So if you take this into consideration, okay, there is a 2,900 feet of difference. So we have to actually do all the visual maneuvering while descending safely, executing the turn to final at the very end, and then lining up with the runway. But the cherry on top is not only this procedure. The cherry on top, I would say, is the way where the airport is located. And so you guys can have an idea, this is how it looks when lined up with the runway. Okay, so the visual cues are not very good. Also, from what I've noticed so far, I've seen a couple of videos, everybody who's coming for the approach for this airport is landing with four wides on the path piece, because the other ones, you're going quite shallow. Maybe actually, if we go for the other chart from runway 02, maybe there will be an indication of the degrees of the path piece. But they feel pretty shallow, or that's the terrain. If that's the terrain, that's not fun. Okay, so as you can see this video online, and there's another one on an ATR. This one, it is pretty crazy, to be extremely honest here. So this is exactly what we're going to be doing. All right, no margins for mistakes. No tolerances, so we're going to be extremely careful with our speed, with our configuration, with our path, and of course it will have to be good visibility in order to be able to do this kind of stuff. Okay, so it's going to be intense. Katerina, how's it going? Hello. Pretty good. I think I'm already feeling a little bit tired. I feel like I've extended, as always, the live streams. But so far so good. Now I'll be using the GPS until the very end, until we intercept for the ILS. We should not have any holding requirements, I think, but we'll see. Let's go procedure. Select approach, enter, let's go, oh wait, localize it to 0, there's no ILS here. Let's do localizer to 0, enter. Oh, I pressed clear, god damn it. Select approach, enter via the Mike Echo Romeo. And let me see. That's correct. Enter. Fantastic. Now let me see flight plan. I could actually already go direct. We have no other traffic, so I don't see why would that be a problem. Let's activate approach. Hit enter. and off we go. 183 miles to go. Not too bad. Synchro number 7, Black, take care of yourself and make sure you get enough breaks. Yeah, that's true. I think I just need to... I mean, I'm so excited to do this kind of stuff with you guys. Sometimes I just think, well, it's gonna be pretty quick. I mean, it's only a 30 minutes and then an hour flight, so we have 1.5 hours to go, and then I start explaining everything on the plane and briefings and so on, and suddenly it gets pretty long. But it's good practice, you know. You actually have to think a lot to get used to this kind of stuff, so it is fun. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So we have a little bit of time now. Then how much time was it saying? 24 minutes until the Mike Echo Romeo. So I have some time to breathe. Now, Mike Echo Romeo have to be above flight level 120. Let me just see if the flight plan actually set the holding. No, it didn't. Good. Alright, let's enjoy a little bit of the views of Colombia. Maybe, here from the... I mean, it's not too beautiful. Because of the clouds on the ortho. But the other sources were actually worse than this. You know what, I want to explore a little bit the charts for the Navigraph. I want to see what's there. How can I do this? No, that's not it. Import flight from same brief. It's this one. Let's see. There we go. Pretty good. Oh man, this is amazing. Wow. Okay, and then what about airport charts? Okay, how can I watch the rest of this thing? Star, no, we don't need that. Approach. That's the RMP. We're doing the localizer. 9,003 degrees. Where are the circling minimus? Circle to land. Yeah, Cat Charlie. It's all the same. Because we got missed before that. Right hand turn, climbing to intercept course 035, inbound, climbing to flight level 120. Position altitude here is 11,000, flight level 120 for the position level. I can pin this. Oh, this is so useful. Let's see, taxi. Just that. Look at the picture, guys. What a crazy, crazy place to build an airport. I mean, it's probably the best place to build an airport in that area, I imagine, but yeah, look at this. 9,000 peak here, 8,600 peak here, 750 here, 6,400 here. Visual circling is not authorized to the east. Birds are in the vicinity of the airport. The only available public training instrument approach procedure to this run is an RNP authorization required approach for Category Bravo and Charlie aircraft. Visual vertical guidance is provided by PAPI, 3 degrees on the left side of the runway, so it's actually 3 degrees. Okay. MSA 14,100, 15,800 on the eastern side, and 16,000 on the southern side. Aggressive. What can I say? I'll let this one pinned. We're very, very good. How can I close this? Okay, like this. Can we see the weather? Oh, we can see the weather here. Oh, I guess you play. You get what you pay for. What is telemetry? Okay. It's all these things. What's the pin board? Okay, that's the pin board route. High IFR. Can I get VFR? Oh, this one is good. This one is pretty good. Well, I will have to explore this a bit more later because it's an impressive piece of kit. So we'll see. 130 miles to go. I also don't know why I decided to switch that off, but I guess because during the briefing I've actually I made the briefing where I made just the presentation of the approach with the old charts. I guess I'll just maintain myself with the old charts. Alright, localizer 110.7, so let's go and set that. 110.7, and we will be going into the station at 201. Set the DME 110.7. That's set. Do we have a reading? Nope. But that actually makes sense. And now I'd like to set the Mercaderes VOR, which is 116.3. Set into the VOR 2. 116.3 as well. Set. And we should get a reading on that one, and yes indeed we do. Wonderful. Because we're going direct to the VOR and we have the track miles here, I can actually calculate the descent with the GPS. So we want to be above flight level 120. So let's say flight level 130 here. I think would be a good one. 130. So 28 minus 13 is 15. 15 times 3 is going to be 75. So 75 miles out we start to go down. 75 nautical miles is our top of descent. That's where we're going to start down. Sounds good to me. This is probably Cali, I think. It's a big airport as well. Whoa, beautiful. beautiful mountain scenery here. Maybe we need to fly into Colombia a little bit more. Maybe explore some of the smaller airfields as well on the turboprop or something. And also we're catching up with ammo. I feel like. Not too bad. Daddy's experiencing fresh worries about you if you don't take enough breaks. Nah, I'll be fine, don't worry, man. I want to see that sim radar. Let's see, that's sim radar. I want to find myself. There we are. And let me see what's my ground speed. 441, where's Emil? 378. Okay. But he's probably going to be a lot faster to do the approach because he's flying slower and he can execute that turn with a lot more precision than I can. I mean, not that I can lose precision, but still. It's pretty good. That is pretty good. Oh, by the way, the airport where we were just like a couple of minutes ago in Medellin, there are training flights out of there. So can you just imagine doing your airline pilot's license in that airport? Yes, you get such a preparation for that reality, it's incredible. No contrails today. Okay, 95 miles to go, so 20 miles to our top of descent. Not too bad. And I'll try to do it manually, the circling, because I feel like the leveling off while maintaining the speed and doing all of that will be a lot more, what's the word? Be a lot more simple and effective to actually hand fly the airplane and do it instead of relying on the autopilot. Although if it would be like an A320, I'd totally do it on the autopilot. By the way, that RNAV, it has a 2-mile offset radius to the right, so we might be able to do something like it, but on a visual. Oh yeah, by the way, one cool thing that you can do here is you can just literally cover up all the windows. Oh, I think this one is like this. Yeah. Isn't this cool? Oh, I forgot to turn these lights on. That's pretty funny. I feel like that is pretty funny. And also we probably need to realign the gyros just so. We're going about 2, so very near the equator. Done. Didn't seem like the airplane deviated at all, so sounds good to me. And looks good to me. 74, let's go. Out of thrust off. Start the descent. Nice and shallow descent. Courses are set. We still don't get a reading on the localizer, but we got a reading here. Also, I'm curious to see how is the situation here with the weather, because there were some thunderstorms around. In the oh wow! Holy cow! It was indeed dark on the outside. Did it go by us? I didn't hear anything. Doesn't look like so. It's coming. I don't understand this movement. Well, at least I don't have flights today, because this is heading straight for the field. Oh boy. Yeah. Samantha Fox, aloha, safe flights. Hello. Welcome to the live stream. Thank you so much. We have just started the descent to our final destination, which is Pasto in Colombia. Should be pretty good. Samantha Fox using KLN today. If this is the KLN, then yes. If it's not the KLN, then no. I think I never really used the KLN. That's like a version that looks like an older Garmin, like a really old Garmin, right? That only has one color. I guess so. So yeah, we're using a mix of GPS and conventional navigations. Like we just made, we made a RNAV departure out of Bogota, and then a VOR approach with a visual part into Medellin, and then we departed visually, GPS en route for an ILS encircling to Pasto. So this one is going to be absolutely cool. Also, I feel like we are descending way too fast, so I'll slow ourselves down a little bit. Yeah. Samantha Fox, yeah, it's a bit buggy still, so I was wondering. Okay. But it has a hidden ping pong game there. Oh, really? On this one or on the KLN one? Is that like on the real life as well, or it's just a simulator feature? I want to take a screenshot with those mountains, because they look pretty good, but I don't like the clouds. The livery looks very cool though. Samantha Fox, so happy to see a Tushka enjoyer. Well, enjoyer would be, I think, an overstatement. It is a fun airplane. It really makes you think and get ready. It's very unusual, especially regards with all the systems. I feel like I'd be a lot more comfortable flying a 720 or a 737-200, or maybe even the 747-200. But I mean, I don't regret learning it. KLN has it. Not sure if the in real life one has any games built in. Yeah, I think that would be a bit dangerous. I mean, maybe in the cruise not so much, but definitely funny. I totally see pilots doing a WhatsApp group or something and just posting the scores, whoever won who. That would be probably very funny. A very funny picture. Alright, past flight level 200 for 120, we have 38 miles to go, so that's 8 times 3, 24. 24, we've got 37 to go. Yeah, we're definitely going too quickly. Let's see. But I am, on the other hand, kind of slowing down for Emil, so that's good. I like the green colors on the outside. Oh, okay. Sorry, it's a bit loud. Screenshot. Oh man, I wish the sun would be hitting the other side. It's cool. It's totally fine. But yeah, basically today Avianca decided to lease a Tupolev 154. You know, they got tired of those 727s. They wanted something a little bit more complicated, you know. So they went straight for the 154, like, yeah, we're gonna take it, we're gonna try it. Now I actually thinking, man, I would like to try the 727 on this exact same route and just see if I would feel overwhelmed as I kinda am, or I would be fine. Because that's definitely interesting. But it's good. I mean, this airplane makes you think, and really makes you think, actually. Outside view, guys. Yeah, the picture with this mountain would be so awesome if the sun would be hitting from this side, like this. But it's alright. Okay, how are we going in terms of miles? 23. 23, so slightly higher still. Emil's already probably establishing himself on the ILS. I wonder if he's gonna go for the direct or not. It's pretty good. Same question, I understand what is Tushka? Tushka, that's a way to say the Tupolev in Russian. Right, weather check once again. So wind has increased a little bit, 330 at 7, so this actually goes according to what I was thinking for the circling. Because if the wind is increasing, that means more tailwind component, and with this runway, it might be a little bit dangerous. Good visibility, scattered 7,000. Temperature 23. QNH 1020. So you know what? I'll actually probably would go already for the QNH, just because. Just because this way I can ease out a little bit of my mental capacity. Even though, what's the transition here? Now, transition altitude is 11,000. Yeah, but we're gonna go lower than that, so. Now let's wait. Let's be good pilots. Alright, approaching flight level 165, 12 miles to go. We are now where I wanted to be. because that's a difference of 4. 4 times 3 is 12, and that's exactly on the profile that I wanted, so I can put the power to idle. And I can start to slow down. I wonder if I can see the airport already somewhere in the distance. Doesn't seem so. I do not like those clouds though. They feel like they are way too high. Way too low. Eight miles to go. And then we're going to go down to 9,000 feet for the localizer. Do we have a reading? Oh yes, we do have a reading. Fantastic. Yeah, Tushka is like a diminutive. I think that's how you pronounce it in English, like a diminutive of a word. So it's like the little plane. I don't know. I'll just use a different expression. 4 miles to go. We're catching up there. Let's go landing. Limit speed for flaps 15 is 420, or slightly above that still. But we're good. Let's go QNH. God damn it. 1020. 1020 set and 1020. It's like Lada, and you said also Zhiguli. I think that's a different car manufacturer, but I might be wrong. I'm not very familiar with those. Okay, we just passed over the Mike Echo Romeo. Where's Emil? Emil is on the circuit, so that's good. I will need to add a bit of speed brakes. We're way too high, and I'm also going to extend the lights. Oh, you can hear the sound from the lights. That's interesting. Let's go flaps 15.
Slots extending. Slots extending. Flaps 15.
Let's go to heading mode.
Slots extended.
VOR1. Alright, very good. It aligned itself.
After traffic, engine 15, final runway 02.
Speed brakes out. Good luck.
Thank you.
Let's go VOR1. In this case, it will be approach. And wide slope as well. There's the localizer. Very good. Speed is good. And now remember, 8,800, we want to stop. Okay? Pasto traffic, Avianca 311 established on the localizer runway 20. Pasto. 1,000 to go. Still don't see. Oh, there's the runway. Okay. Dude, I'm. Oof, okay. Oh boy. Alright. I am focusing now. Watch the altitude. At least the visibility is good, man. this brightness setting on the Tupolev doesn't really help to look outside. Flaps 28, speed limitation is 360, so we could go for flaps 28. Let's go flaps 28. Lights are on. 200 feet for the level off.
Flaps 28.
Checked. Autopilot off. Alright, starting to level off. Starting to veer off. Alright, sounds good to me. Like that.
Pasto traffic, exit jet 15, runway located.
Alright, and now we're climbing. Yeah, this is what I don't really like about this airplane. I feel like it's a little bit difficult to tame. Like it has too much inertia sometimes, and I don't know. It's difficult to tame. It's quite difficult to tame. Alright, lights roll on. Flaps full. Limitation is 300 kilometers per hour, so I need to slow down a little bit more for that. Let's go gear down. I could actually wait for that. That was a bad decision. Because now I'll need to add a lot of power. Like a lot of power. But yeah. Okay, gear is down, 3 greens. Lock the gear. Pasto traffic, Avianca 311 is on the left, downwind, runway 02 for visual. Alright, I need the flight directors off. They are distracting me. Do not descend. Yeah, like, see, it was pretty... I don't know, maybe downdrafts, maybe something. I mean, we are in the middle of the mountains. Kind of makes sense. And so right now, I need to go lower, otherwise we'll be too high. So, field elevation. 5,900, so I will go down to 6,900. We have good visibility, I can do this. Oh my god, this is impressive. Alright, we've got the gear down, flaps 1 to go. Remember that. Lights are on. We're all set. You guys are ready? This one deserves a like and a subscription if you're watching. Yeah, there's not too much space to go outbound because there is a huge mountain right there. But there is no way that we would be going a straight in descent from that altitude. A bit fast. I don't want to think even about the engine failure scenario here. That would be a total nightmare. That being the threshold. Start to pass 8,000, so 1,000 to go. Holy cow, that is literally scary. But I need to take a screenshot. Alright, screenshot done. Back to the cockpit. Ah! I pressed too much power and engaged go around mode. Dude, this is so low. Okay, let's start to turn inbound. Yeah, I didn't even switch back the terrain awareness system. Climbing a bit. Felt like that was a downdraft and an updraft. You know what, we're gonna land with this flap setting. We're gonna go with this flap setting. Landing speed is gonna be 260. So let's see the runway. I see the runway now. Okay, I can see the runway. Not too bad. Now we're a bit fast. Okay, not too bad. Back on speed. Almost lined up perfectly. Okay, let's go get that landing speed. Pasto traffic, Avianca 311, short final, runway 02. Okay, maybe now I would get the flaps full. No, I'm gonna continue. 6 degrees, angle of bank, angle of attack, sorry. A bit low, correcting. Yeah, but see, I don't see any red yet, and I'm pretty sure I am low. Oh my god.
40 above.
Check.
10 meters.
Idle.
5, 3, 2, 1 meter. Spoilers up.
Max reverse. Max brake. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Ah, my rudder pedal went away. No! Dude, my rudder pedals. No! Oh no! Oh my god. My bloody rudder pedals, come on. Alright guys, we made
John 63 is on.
we made the news. Let's get out of here. No, that was actually fun. That was actually fun. Oh boy. Are you serious, man? So what happened basically was Avianca ditched the Tupolev 154 because it was not not good for this kind of flying, and yeah, they ditched the pilot as well. Oh, come on. I'm a little bit annoyed, to be honest. I'm a little bit annoying. What is the altimeter showing? 5.8. So no, altimeter was fine. Basically what happened is I started to apply right rudder because the airplane was starting to drift left, as you probably noticed. And so when I did that, basically my rudder pedals just slid off, and I had two options. I had the option to either lift my left brake or just let the airplane skid off to the right, which would be probably very very bad, worse than what happened right now. So that's what I decided to do. So on the replay, let's see, on the replay you can probably see that probably more than half of the runway I'm not pressing any left brake. So the the Tushka stopped only on the right brake, basically. Should I do that? I don't know. But man, I got betrayed by my rudder pedals. For game purposes, you could try to enable parking brake. I thought about that, to be honest, but I don't think that would solve this problem. It was already too late. My problem was the fact that I went basically through the entire runway, or most of the runway, like half of the runway, with only one brake. But still, we don't have any brake indication. And the brakes didn't fail, so... I don't know. But... Oh, Jesus. Alright, guys. This is gonna be it. I'm gonna just park up the airplane. We don't have enough space for this one, to be fair. So we're just gonna park it up on the taxiway. Airport will have to install new lighting system and probably a new localizer antenna. Not a big of a deal, right? And I'm simply gonna stop the airplane on the taxi. Ah, man. What a mess. I hate when this happens. Alright, we will have a redemption flight to here. I'm gonna stop here,
Parking
set the
brake on.
parking brake.
Oh,
Lights off. Let's see, APU has started, so that's good. Let's go, APU is already on, fantastic. Hydraulics off. Heating elements off. That is off, lights are off, these lights are off. Jams, 1, 2, 3, off, IPU, good load. And let's go off. Oops. Off and off. There we go, that is good. Seatbelt sign. Oh, we didn't switch it on. Off, it's fine, it's Tushka Airways, beacon light off. And welcome to Pasto. After a little bit of a dirt rally, let's watch the replay, let's analyze what happened. Samantha Fox, Aerosucre is hiring if Avianca gets mad at you. Yeah, I guess so. So, C, 2 whites, 2 reds. Did I go below? Because I really had a hard time noticing it. Oh no, I went below. Oh, okay, so... this was actually not good. Yeah, I cannot see any of the PAPI lights, but this one feels off. Oh god, I should have went around. Okay, now I understand why that happened. Because I went too low, I had to compensate with too much power, and once I compensated with too much power, the airplane had too much inertia and we landed long. Let's see where we landed. Let's see where we landed exactly, because I feel like we landed between the main markers and... yeah, look at us go, how much energy. And it floated, so we... on the final marker. Look how much runway we've eaten. Yeah, that's where we touched down. Speed brakes are not even deployed yet. Now deployed. And now look. I wonder if this will show up. Brakes? No? Nah, it doesn't show the brakes. Ah man, I could have done this. I could have done this well. Went too low and too much energy. At the very end. Should have gone around. Alright guys, so what did we learn today? What did we learn today? It's extremely hard to see from the Tupolev 154. And if, for some reason, you aren't able to identify the PAPIs and you feel like you are too low even though you don't see them, it is a better action to go around, because otherwise you'll overcompensate with power. Like you see there, look at this. Look. At this moment, look, the airplane is flying straight. It's not descending. And then I cut the power completely. And I should have dropped it with more force. So it was a smooth landing, but at what cost? And overcompensating will cause you to float a lot being a problem, especially if your rudder pedals slip away and you can only brake with one wheel. Man, we were so close. We are actually so close. Like, for this amount of distance would be enough to not go into the dirt. Like, this amount of distance, one airplane span would be enough for ourselves not to go out. Well, that was good. I don't mind, sometimes these things happen. It's good that it happens on the sim, and it's good that we can learn from them. Because that's what the sim is for. Snacks. David, good enough. Cooler, I remember, I think you were barely in the touchdown zone maximum. Yep, you were right. It's good. It's good. This is good. Good learning for me. Very good learning for me. Snacks, it's because you wanted to butter, didn't you? Honestly, no, I literally floated it. I actually did float it. Alright, well, that's gonna be it. I'm too tired. So, it's gonna be off for now. Thank you so much for everybody who watched it, and I hope you learned something with me as well, with this little incident. I will see you guys in the next week. I'm not sure yet for what, but I was thinking something DC3. In the case that I'll eventually think that DC3 is going to be too difficult for me, just because I want something more relaxed, we might be doing something different then. Alright? Guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Sorry for the little runway overrun. But it's good. It's good that we think about these kind of things and learn from them. So yeah, we'll see you next week for more adventures, more flying. Thank you so much for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet or liked the video, do so. Alright, I wish you a great week. Thank you for all the support. Bye-bye guys, you're awesome. Love you all. I need to center this view like that. Beautiful livery, by the way.